Hello everyone, hi. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is by far the very first YouTube video ever. I go by the name of Zonda P. I hope that we are going to be a great family. This YouTube channel has been postponed for the longest time ever, and I am finally excited that it is coming to play eventually, you know. And this video is going to be a very brief video. This is where I'm going to just tell you a little bit more about myself, just to get to know the person behind the channel a little bit better. So we are just going to talk about myself, you know, in terms of the basic stuff and anything in relation to that, you know. So it's just going to be a very small video. I hope, because I can talk a lot, so I hope it's not gonna get too long, right? So yeah, man, welcome everyone, and let's just get to it. And I'm sorry, just to make a note, we are seated by the roadside, so you might hear a little disturbance in terms of the car passing by. So I hope it's not going to be too much of a noise that's going to disturb us, right? So yeah, let's get to it. But to tell us about yourself. This can be a very, very tricky question, right? I know. So tell my interview, you know, we need to introduce ourselves daily to new people and all of that. And you know, sometimes you don't know where to start, and you don't know if you are talking about the right stuff that actually enables one to actually have a clue of who you are. But I'm hopeful that we are going to get to the stuff that will enable everyone to actually have a clue of who this person that you're looking at is and is all about, right? So my name is Zonda Precious Ngozi, born and bred in the city of Nelspruit, in a location called Ebinagadanji. This is where I have existed almost all my entire life, right? I was born in 1991, November the 20th. I shared a birthday with my late dad, which was something so special. Just had to mention that. So I went to school. Primary started at Etiboni Lane, which is basically in my location. And then I went to junior secondary school, Esbambisene, and then I matriculated as a Pibinene secondary school in the year 2010. I was meant to matriculate in 2009, but I failed my matric 2009. Then I went back 2010, back to class. It was not easy, but girl child, it is possible. It is possible after everything. So yeah, I went back to 2010, and then I matriculated that year. 2011, I had a gap year. 2012, I enrolled at the University of Johannesburg for my bachelor's degree in community development and leadership, which I finished in 2014. And then 2015, I enrolled still at UJ for my honors degree in public management and governance. At the same time, I was a tutoring first year and second year students. 2015 varsity was amazing. It was great in every level for me, because like I said, that I've existed in my hometown forever. So I didn't have that thing of going out of the town, going to visit, or going for anything else. So basically it was just kind of a box thing, you know. So going to varsity was actually quite an experience in a sense that when you sit in one place, you become dominant of your circumference, and what you know is what you see, and basically that's it, until you go out and explore and get to experience how other people live, how other people perceive life, how other people put meaning to things, how other people actually view life and everything. So going out of my hometown enabled me that, and I just saw that there's life out there, there are beautiful things out there. People, especially the hunger of young people, it's predominantly incredibly amazing out there compared to my hometown. There's a sense of slowness where I come from, as opposed to going to other provinces like Gauteng, especially Gauteng being like the hub of the economy. So going there was incredibly amazing in that sense, and I got to learn how other people actually view life and all of that. So that's why I'm saying it was amazing, meeting people that are so power hungry, meeting people that are goal driven, meeting people that are striving, and young people. I remember I think it was about the first week of school, we were at the queue waiting to get into the gate, and there was this small tiny little beautiful girl. She was on the queue and she was speaking about masters, and I don't even understand like what was masters then, the full comprehension of the value or the intensity of a master's degree at that time. So I'm like, people just want to get matric and go to a college or whatever, get a certificate. People are talking about masters as young as they are. That gave me a perspective that showed me that other people out there are living, they are hungry, they want more, and that is what I've experienced more than anything, I think, when I was at varsity. And so it was quite an experience. I come from a very small family, a family of 2 siblings, which is my sister and I. We didn't have a brother, and we are doing very much okay without that, I need to say. Not that there's anything wrong with a brother, but I'm just saying that we grew up as sisters and we adore each other and we have a great relationship, and for us that is the best and the normal thing. We grew up with both our parents. Unfortunately, my dad, as I mentioned earlier, that he's late. He passed on in 2012 when I was doing my first year at varsity, and we left with my mom. Growing up, we grew up in a very loving home, a stable home. My parents did everything they could for us, and when growing up, because of how hard they tried everything, we grew up understanding, or rather having the mentality that, I don't want to use the word rich, but we understood that we are living a better life, you understand. And I think it was because of how much they tried to ensure that we had everything that we needed. So growing up, you then understand life. We didn't have much as we thought when growing up, and then that's where you also understand the different dynamics in terms of parenting, the responsibilities that comes with parenting, the responsibility that comes with finances, and the responsibility of understanding that, of protecting your children from anything out there. So yeah, my mom was a very strict parent. My dad was the child one. So my mom was very strict. People that grew up with us would tell you how strict she was. She's very strict, but I'm super grateful for her. I'm super grateful for the parent that she has been in our lives, because I'm half the person that I am today because of her teachings, of her guidance, of her strictness, most importantly. So I think she managed to do a very great job with that. She managed to do, although at that time you don't see the greatness and the importance of that, but she understood, because as a parent you see beyond. You just don't look things from the surface area and that's it. No, you just look beyond. And for me, it was just the penetration of that. I've always grew up in church. I think most of us as black children that is our root. You know, from as early as I was a kid, as I could remember, it has always been about church. You know, but it was that thing of going to church because your parents tells you to go to church, right? Without the deeper understanding of why you even have to go to church. So same with me, I went to church every Sunday, but I didn't have a personal relationship with God. I didn't have that personal interaction with him until a later stage. You know, I've always known God for other people, or not even for other people. I've always known the God of other people, if that makes sense. You know, I've always known the God of my pastor, the God of my parents, the God of whosoever, but you know, I've never experienced him for myself until when I went to varsity. This was when a lot of things happened for me. Like I said initially, that varsity was a whole lot of experience for me in a positive way. And one of the things that I benefited from going to varsity was initiating or establishing that personal relationship with God. You know, I cannot speak of myself and define myself and describe myself and leave God, you know, and leave God outside of that, because I exist because of him, and I am a firm believer in him. So I cannot even begin to speak about myself and extract that big factor in that whole equation, you know. So first year I met a group of ladies where I stayed in Auckland Park. Met a group of ladies that were all about the life of Christ. We went through this journey of Christ together. It was very informative, it was incredible, and you know, it was a platform to create this bond and relationship that I had with God, you know. And I remember second year also I met a group of ladies, because I was shifting every year. I don't know why, but I never stayed in one place. It was after this year I'll be inside Joburg, I'll be Newtown, you know, I'll be in Auckland Park, I never stayed in one place. I just don't understand, but I never stayed in one place. So second year also I met a group of ladies. It was basically a continuation of the journey that started in 2012 with the previous group ladies. And then on my third year, oh my gosh, this was just level up. I stayed in Newtown and we had this beautiful, amazing crew. Listen, living a godly life was a lifestyle, ne? It was a lifestyle, a beautiful one. It was a beautiful journey. It was incredible, amazing in all aspects. I don't want to lie. You know, all of this time, it was basically building this relationship, you know, and affirming that relationship with God, personal relationship that is, you know. Also my fourth year, I remember I didn't really have a group of people like the other times, but at that time I already knew my identity in Christ. I already knew who I was in Christ. I already affirmed that relationship, and it was now I was almost walking alone, but with a direction, a clear direction, that is, because now I knew basically who I was and who I was about in Christ, you know. So it all started back in varsity. That's why I say we cannot talk about me and leave Christ out of it. I am not a full description without Christ. You know, Christ is the center of my life, and you know, it has been quite an amazing journey. So I am a child of God. I am a believer in Christ. I love God. And yeah, now 2018 I became a mom. So I have a very beautiful son who's 3 years old now. Maybe one day we'll get to feature him in one of our episodes. I don't know, time will tell. Yeah. So yeah, also I can't describe myself apart from saying that I'm a mom. You know, it's a God-given responsibility, and I'm very thankful for that, you know. One of the best responsibilities, I must say. Well, I'm a woman who's passionate about other women. I'm a woman that is passionate about women empowerment. I'm a woman that is for greatness. I'm a woman of solidarity, you know. I love unity. I love peace. You know, I just observe this negative energy all the time around women. Women have so much hate on each other that is so unnecessary. It is so unnecessary and it is uncalled for. Let me just say that. You know, I'm passionate about all of that, and I wish we can get to a point where we have platforms where we can actually address issues and put topics on the table and conversate around those topics and find solutions on how we can just try and demolish all of this pulling each other down syndrome, you know, and also realize the potential that we have, that we can assist each other, the greatness that is in us, that we can help each other improve, develop, progress in all of that and shine together. You know, I don't understand why we hate each other so much. I don't understand, honestly. You know, a woman can just walk in a room and you would completely not even know who this person is, who they're all about, but immediately you have something to say about them. But trust me, whatever it is, it's not anything positive, it is something negative. Women would label your hair, would label your beauty, your body. Body shaming is so real from woman to woman, and it's so disgusting, I must say. Women would do all of that without even knowing you. Why? You know, you would simply get to a shop and want to be assisted as a lady by a man, not by a woman, because the attitude the woman will give you, hey, it's so real. We can share a man together, and then you find that both of us at a later stage break up with this guy. The other lady's married, but listen, we're still hating on each other because we once shared a man a long time ago. Like, it is so annoying to the core, the things that we do to each other. So I'm just hoping that maybe even on this platform we can have conversations where we can try and, you know, we can't save the whole world, but even if it's just 2% of a small community, you know, and just try to put a different perspective, a different mindset, and try to look at things differently from how the society has taught it to look at it, you know, and just try and break you know, and break all of the cycles, and obviously create a better future and create a very amicable and conducive environment where all ladies can live in one space and be happy without drama. Like, you know, it's possible. It is possible. You know, it's just it depends on how we want to view things. It depends on how we want to change our mindset, because everything starts in the mind, you know. But what I know is that it is possible, you know, because most of these things are contributed by the society. These are all societal standards, you know, and the more we keep on feeding these societal standards, the more obviously we're opening that gap. But if we can try to break the societal standard, you know, we can accomplish a lot of things, you know. So yeah, basically, I really hope that you did enjoy the first video of my YouTube channel. I hope that we're gonna have more and more and more and more videos to come, and most importantly that we are going to be a very beautiful family, you know. Don't forget to share, to put a comment on the comment section, to like, to subscribe, most importantly, and to just hit on that bell so that every time we upload a video, you don't miss anything. So yeah, toodles.